Yeah. Um, Greetings. Hello. Hello, everybody. Um, just had a last minute panic attack because I thought, hold on a sec, I've got bits of Warhound here. I haven't got the bloody weapons for it. Yeah, so I was just like trying to find bloody sprue of what the hell I'd done with it. But anyway, welcome, Saturday Night Reaver. Yee. Right, 2 secs. Oh no, what am I doing now? Move that across. Right, Jules, first one here, I think. It's never happened again. Well done. You win. Victory is your glory to you and your house. And as Gowron, obviously, the Chancellor would say. Yeah, I was late. I do apologise. I know it's terrible. It's the first time I've been late, I think. Oh my God. Yeah, we had the overhead camera apparently worked the other day. And then it's not working today. Obviously, that's why it's not on. But greetings, everybody. You want a refund, Rob? Okay, you can have a refund. You paid nothing, you get nothing. Thank you very much, Jules. Excellent there for the Gandalf quote there. Extra points as well. Not only was he first, but he comes out with a cool quote from Gandalf. So I'm in Gandalf mode. So yes. Anyway, I hope you're all okay. And oh, poor Ivy. Radagast. Well, one of his rabbits. Radagast and his rabbits. Jack and whatever they are, rabbits. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Greetings from the walk. Hi, Ben. Schmort. And Luke stomps in minutes after everybody else and claims first, as is his right to. Oberon for the walls, yes. Tigger, Tony the Tiger will win the day, no doubt, because he's great. So yeah, anyway, I'm in a chair. I'm hobbying. That's the plan. There was also another incident which, as I was setting up bits, I noticed that one of them was missing. It fell as I was arranging stuff and putting them into my little carry case earlier on, and I had to search for that as well. So it has been an absolute crazy last 10 minutes, to be honest with you. I normally, before coming on, I like to sort of just play some music in the background, like pop, 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 sort myself out, do some shadow boxing as all YouTubers do. The mouse! Oh, the assassin! The assassin of doom, the doom assassin, the doom mouse. Hello, mouse. And how is your new toy? Have you been caressing it and giving it lots of love? I hope so. So I think wasn't obviously because I was off for a week with the back, wasn't I? Last week came on for a little while. So from the last actual proper show that we did, so that was like 2 and a bit weeks ago, whatever. Was it? Or was that the walk? Ooh. Anyway, Doom Mouse. Yeah, live on air, we bought a Side Titan for Mouse, and it turned up to me. I think either the Wednesday or Thursday the following week, and then I wrapped it all up and made sure it was all fine and dandy, and sent it on to Mouse over into the US of A, and it turned up last Monday. So there's a happy mouse with her Side Titan sent indirectly from the forge. But yes, always happy to help, Mouse. See, coming in here, you run a tight ship as my chief security mouse. And Surface in here as well. Excellent. So yeah, so many awesome people already. So thank you very much for joining me. As I said last week, we managed a whole hour and 50 minutes. So still waiting for the Reaver Titan to get back in stock. Yeah, one day it will be there. You've not just gone around to checking out other supplies, obviously like online supplies and stuff. Well, I'm sure you're ready to get something. And the engine fill is here as well. Oh my god! All the who's who, the who's who of Titan dudes, and Sai with his. I don't know how your name doesn't show up on here, Sai, but welcome anyway. I almost missed you in between the two mouse comments there. Mellow Shade, evening. Mellow Shade actually responded to my Twitter announcement earlier on with something he's working on, which was a Gargant. And he was happy to, if anyone wants to have conversations about Gargants, now's the time, because he's slipped in to say hi and keep everyone entertained with everything that's going on. What's Ivy up to now? I've settled on a recipe for the cream armor plates. Had to moderate success with the Malanax. No, your Malanax, the tiny knight looks really, really cool compared next to the big one that Nick done for you. So yeah, I'd say crack on with it because you've got it pretty much covered. So yeah, it's going to look pretty awesome being up against them. So thank you, Rob. Poseidon enforcing Engine Phil. Thank you very much, Engine Phil, for correctly changing your appearance to that of a brown E. Much appreciated. You should know by now, Sophus, it's never good. It just is. It's just there. Oh dear. Oh, go away. Oh, that's a fault. I haven't done that, have I? Yeah. So checking now. All right. So I'll help out. Yeah. Much appreciated. Yeah. Sorry for the feedback there. I was just clicking on, so I've got two areas I can see all the messages coming through, so I don't miss any of the conversation, the hijinks, shenanigans that are happening in the chat. Oh, well done, Ivy. Excellent. Finally registered with the TOC, the Titans Owners Club. So this is, most of you guys and girls that are joining us this evening are associated to the Titans Owners Club, in not only being members but also being awesome people associated with people, and it's just brilliant. I just love you all. There you go. I'm getting it out. Getting it out early. I know I normally wait until last doors to say how much I love you all, but I love you all. And I'm hyper. I did not sleep at all well last night, so I've been tanked up on coffee. Yeah, so it'll be interesting anyway. Hobbs is here as well. Excellent. Loves to sit behind me in a chair. Hit it like a small furry Daka missile. That's some title there. Right. So I don't know whose legs these are because what my plan was for my two younger adopted children, that is Ivy and Luke. I'm doing them Warhounds to be part of Eligio Ordak's force. So I've been working on posing. So this is one leg so far. So if I put that up there, if I can actually see what I'm bloody doing, there you go. So see, I've had to do some little bits of bending of the toes backwards. So hopefully once that's in place, I always like them having like a slight like the urgency in this run. They sort of like slide and the angle of the leg. What I also have done just on the rim there, I've added some extra bits of plastic just to raise the torso up a little bit higher so it's not so downward facing. on this one. And then the other one, again, I put the trailing leg as revered because I like to do mirrored in a way, leg runny posing as much as possible. Hopefully I've got some bits and pieces I want to put onto the bases today with this, including I was sent from Fraser Hepburn from AT 18. He had it was. Do you remember that warlord I did for Legio Ozadax with the hilarious fallen Dark Angel underneath the ladder? He actually had some like misprints of little Space Marines. So he said if you want them to scatter terrain. So I thought it'd be interesting to have Audax running along with some dead Marines on the bases. Bit different. I'm going a little bit out there, experimental with adding body parts into the basing of the Titans. But I think it could work. Rob's adopted the Mr. Wingrow's oil paste method and kind of liking it. Yes, it is quite good. I said I think mine's more of a hybrid of that and Phil's. So yeah, it was next door. I don't know if you can actually hear, but there is some sort of a young person music playing because Sky, who's my neighbour's daughter, has some friends round and they're having a little sort of barbecue type thing going on that her dad's organising, but the girls, there's like 3 of them out there and playing music and having little alco pops, probably, I don't know. Ross. My back is better. The sciatica is also better. Well, I've been doing some different exercises to try and relieve the stress and stuff that goes on with all that. Yeah, better than fucking foxes, yes. Or foxes fucking. But there's still like a little bit of, discomfort down the sciatica affected area. So it's bearable, not as bad as it has been, because like at times I'd get like almost like like when you hit your funny bone, you get that sort of feeling down on it when in certain positions. But yeah, it's obviously I wouldn't be here going for it, and as I said, I'll go as long as I can because obviously after a while I'm sure that the back will be. I don't know Mellow Shade. I don't know what they listen. They listen to that beat bop music, surely. It's definitely not the dance. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not down with the kids. I'm down with the Titans and the Princeps and the Moderati. That's who I'm with. And Gandalf. I'm always down with Gandalf. Because what else would I do as a budget Gandalf impersonator? Right, so now obviously dead Marines. I need some bits. So scenery bits. He says scenery bits, but I just found a load of bloody Titan stuff. Right. Spare Titan weapon systems, which I can probably use somewhere. Some of those bits there as well. Chain fists. Ooh, plenty of chain fists. Power fists. Lots of Titan stuff. Now, get that in there. Human music from Rick and Morty. Yeah, I do have quite a lot of bits and pieces for basing bits and pieces, really. Let's get some random bits out so I can actually start cutting the crap out of these things and then adding feet to bases, because I do like to have feet on bases. No, rubbish. Keep that to one side as well. Yeah, I also forgot all my basing sand and bicarbonate soda as well, so I needed to grab that as well. I need to head out. No worries. You go feed yourself. You need to eat to live in order to survive. So yes, go and enjoy your food, and we'll catch up with you later. Thank you for dropping in anyway, Ivy. Lovely to see you as always. Alan broke his hand last week, so all of us of a certain age again on the injured roster. Yeah, feels it, definitely. I started going through Martin Strickfuss's box of scenery he donated to me with the defence layer. 4 shrines of the equipment. Jesus! 4? Truckload of 1990s bolt heads and terrain pieces. Alright, yeah. So you've got enough to be getting on with, at least, anyway. Force, you only need paint and get sustenance from paint water. No, that is also true, yes. You know, I don't think there's anything that we cannot disprove. It's all legitimate fact here. There's no other way around it, really. It's all truth all the time. Yes, he has the skills, he has the talent, he has so much going for him. With his amazing creativeness. All right. Now, I have this piece here, which I'm feeling maybe slicing in half and like a sort of Tower of Pisa type effect thing on one of the bases. That's one idea I've got. It's got to be used, you know. I do have Doom Mouse. Thank you, Doom. Mouse. Trying to play AT Knights for the first time. Holy shit, they're so tiny. Yes. Yeah, well, you've not seen me going at them with the bloody the Armigers. Oh my god. As cute as they are, they're just so ridiculously tiny. But cute. Been busy this week, painted a Venator. Oh, your Venator is absolutely lush, dude. That is such a great model. Right, let's go in here. I've got my little army painter handsaw. I am not sponsored by Army Painter. I was just reading it, and I always talk speak out signs when I see them for some reason. But yes, it's all right. It's not the greatest, but it will get the job done. He says and hopes, living the dream. Yeah, Tonight's are the balls, yes. Oh yes. I know what you're up to. Don't worry. Ross. Yeah, no, those knights are just ridiculously good. And that's the thing. It's like like with the Forge World ones. Yes, the detail on them is ridiculous or redonkulous, whatever takes your fancy. But you've got to really work at them for the posing side of things, so they're all sort of like pretty much straightforward posing. So this is a pretty shoddy saw. I've realised how crap this saw is. So I'm actually going around, turning and cutting, and then moving around again. Yes, it's been a busy day at work. It was busy all day, and then it sort of quietened down a little bit, and then the boss said, I'm going to go. I went, all right, no worries, see you later. And as soon as he went, like a busload of customers turned up. So I was, again, fighting a good fight, taking on all covers, and doing my job, which is to sell things to people that want them. But so it's been a long day for me, but I've been looking forward to coming on tonight because I do really miss these weekends. I know, like last week, it was just shy of 2 hours, but we normally do a little bit longer, don't we? We're normally on for at least 3.5 hours, maybe 4. We've done the occasional 5-hour shift, but it's nice to have you guys around to chat to, see what you're up to. If you can obviously talk about that sort of stuff, that's fine. If you can't, then it's just nice having you here. Always done with the boys' Necrons, finishing up the basing this weekend, I hope. Excellent. I've not got any of the 4-year-old AT Knights yet. Should really get some, but keep buying more Alpha Legion stuff. The Alpha Legion stuff is nice, to be honest. As I've mentioned elsewhere, I would really like to do Alpha Legion, but I've got so much Emperor's Children stuff and those other armies I've got which aren't doing anything, such as like my Thousand Sons and the remains of my Raven Guard, because some of the Raven Guard went into the Emperor's Children to make up numbers. It's that's why I'm struggling with this new box set. Like, do I get it for one? And do I just put them all into the Emperor's Children? Because the only heresy models I've done recently is obviously those dudes, Zephon and Sapien. He's a legitimate 30k character. Sell the Thousand Sons to Ivy. Well, if she wants him, I don't know. I'll talk to her at some point, see what she wants to do. But obviously, she's got a lot of stuff already, and she's got Titans to invest in as well. Well, Fire Raptors are good. It's not reminding me of going out to Southend nightclubs. Well, it's kind of. It's all the same stuff. Dance music, drum and bass or whatever. It's all the same. I can't believe how long it's taken me to cut through this bloody tower. Grass. So are we all hobbying tonight? I'm assuming that we are, because that's what we tend to do. When we're here, we like to hang out, and we like to do things like cut things up and then like put things together. Hi, Skeeter. I do apologise if I've insulted anyone's with my bad impressions or voiceovers. But as I said, I'm a little bit hyper after all the caffeine and stuff I've been drinking today. Hey, broke it off at last. God damn it. Right. The Gargant. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This Gargant of yours, which is that an original one, or have you had that 3D printed? Mellow showed. Because I got a brief look at it and just laughed because I know how many people enjoy the Gargantness. You know, I like the old the grape shot cannon in the belly gun. I remember them. Well, thank you very much, Mouse. Later, Scaler. I have this thing where I can pick up on people's accents through talking to them. Oh, it's an original melt one. Excellent. And the problem I had then is that people might think I'm actually taking a mickey out of them, and I'm really not. Finally sat down and added up my main 30k army, 7k. Oh, that's a good size army to, you know. I say army, it's a good size force to have, so you can take options to mix up for, you know, because Heresy, I think most of the games I ever played were sort of like 2 to 2,500. Although saying that, I think the last game I played was 3,500, which was per player, and that was at the last Horus Heresy weekend when myself and Andy Hoare were the glorious Emperor's Children fighting my friends Chris and Paul with their iron hands, and Emperor's Children won the day yet again as we solidly destroyed those iron hands. That's something I should do is add. Yeah, you should always add your stuff up, dude. You've got to keep a tag of how much stuff you've got. How do you know to say, yeah, I've got a shit ton of Alpha Legion? Yeah, sorry for the delay there because my glue decided to bung up, so could not stick stuff together, which is a bit of a problem when you're trying to glue things together. This week I've been mostly painting Titans. Oh yeah, you're there for Paul, aren't they? The big Astorum Titans. So, which obviously will look fantastic once they've been given the full field treatment. I'll be very happy with it to receive them. How many Titans were you doing for him again, Phil? I know you got the Reaver on the go, but what other ones did you have planned? It's falling off the paint handle, and oh yeah, because I was surprised you got that, because that's quite a big paint handle you've got. Hey, Mechanical Frog, greetings, welcome to Saturday Night Reaver with everybody here. These are all imperialist and traitorist princeps that all come in and hang out. If Mechanical Frog, if he's got a YouTube and he does love BattleTech, and if you like BattleTech, definitely check out his YouTube because it is awesome. Yes, I'm doing better, hence I'm here and actually not in too much pain, which is always good. How are you doing, man? What are you working on tonight? Or this afternoon where you are? 2 first stage and then 3 to bring them in line with number 2. Jesus! That a lot of Titan, dude. Right. Now, this is the first Titan base that I'm working on. Now, it's not actually glued in place. I'm just trying to lift it so you can actually see what I'm looking at. So, let's get that up. I've got to see what I'm doing because I can't see what I'm doing because the OBS is being a twat. Right, so that's the plan. Have obviously the fallen building there, bit of rubble scattered around. It's running alongside, and then we'll scatter some dead bodies around in the rubble with that. Add some extra bits and pieces, but just wanted to get that sort of building where it's partially collapsed, and say build up some rubble around the bottom there. All up for no good, I hope. Yeah, we're always up for no good. And that's not a quality assurance. We are really no good. We just do whatever we can do, really. It's been good so far. I've just totally mucked that up. That's all right. Get that glue into you. Real heady beats. So some of the real cut up crap from when I was sawing the tower in half, I'm going to start placing around the base to add to the sort of rubble. Because I like to recycle bits and pieces as best I can, because it adds to the effect at the end of the day. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of rap going on next door. Not be funny. It does sound a bit like someone who sounds like Will Smith, but it's not. Definitely not one of his songs. Yes. I'll get these few extra bits on as well. Because, as I say, where it's all cut up and broken up, it's perfect for basing. So a little bit of poly cement on the base there. Stick that in. So that's a quick. That's just using the bits I cut off. I was just chomping through with clippers and the saw. So, it all adds to the overall effect. And that's what we're looking for. Ooh. Oh, shite. Just lost a bit somewhere, which was not my idea. And word of warning, because I use a grey sort of a bit of vinyl linoleum on as a protector of the solid oak worktop here, tabletop, sorry. Grey plastic has a tendency to blend in with that. So obviously I'm trying to pick these bloody bits up and I keep on missing them, then losing them again. Didn't think this through, did you, Boyley? No, I didn't. No. Right. Right, that's right. It's not looking too bad. So, which one was that one, wasn't it? Right. I'm going to use a spire, I think, as well. Let's get the knife out. I'm no foundation scientist, but I think that building may be a bit off plumb. just a smidge, just a smidge. I'd like to think that a passing Titan just kicked it in the shins and then it sort of collapsed down. So yeah, I'm going to put one of those bits just on the floor, so it's basically just toppled off. And I'll break it down a little bit to make it a little bit more believable that it's fallen by cutting a new one. Oh, dig that there. So yeah, so that's the spire has fallen off of the top there and obviously cracked as it's hit the ground. Well, it looks like a talon like that, doesn't it? But that's the the effect, which I think is okay. It's doing all right. Just add another bit of that there. Forge, have you seen the old Dominion models for Conquest? Curious what you think of their Roman Imperial inspiration. No, I haven't, because that's the no, I haven't. I've been. I don't know. I'm not really up to date on so much stuff at the moment. Like, where for the last sort of month or so, I've been so focused on getting stuff ready for the Titan Walk and everything. I haven't even really paid much attention to what's actually going on across the board in a lot of things. Like when Adepticon was on, I don't recall, apart from like the little teaser things that they put out for Games Workshop on the Thursday. Just didn't, that's the only things I've seen. So I haven't seen much else of anything else really. Which is, I did see, it was a BattleTech, the new box set that came out. Is it a mercenaries unit or something that's come out? I literally woke up this morning at sort of 5:45 through social media, saw this thing. So I wasn't awake. I might have been dreaming it, but I definitely saw a new BattleTech box set that's come out, one that I hadn't seen before. But then over here, it's so hard getting hold of them because they come over. Unless you was on the Kickstarter, you just miss out on so much stuff. So I'll definitely check out Conquest with the Dominion models and all that. But yeah, no, I do apologise. I've been quite absorbed with A, pain, and B, Titans. So, right. So, New BattleTech Kickstarter. Oh, right, yeah. I didn't know there was another Kickstarter. I've only heard about all the stuff that people have had with the original Kickstarter and getting all their stuff through. But yeah, so I was only ever doing like a little token force just for my own, like a little side project, because I think most people have had sort of an affection for BattleTech because it's been around for so long. Most like gamers know it in one form or another, whether or not it's through the computer games or if they've role played Mech Warrior, or even Mech Commander as well back in the old days. More coffee. Drooling around the BattleTech stand. How many stories is it? Is it like 3 or 4 stories? Like you've got like head section, shoulders, chest, belly. Is that about 4? Or is there more? Because it was sizable, what you had there. All right. Don't need them. That noise is my little mobile box of bits. Hey Sif, hello dude. Welcome to the Saturday Night Reaver, buddy. Thank you for joining. Coming to hang out with us, little miscreants. Are you working on anything tonight, buddy? Or are you just popping in to say hi? You smooth sod. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it, Milo? Yeah, I think you're probably right. But I'm thinking, are you going with Evil Sun's sort of feel to it? Because I'm assuming that because it was yellow. Because I was just thinking, why don't you have it sort of progression of like starting off red, orangey, and then up to yellow or something? For some reason, I don't know. Hello, Adam. Welcome aboard. Pacing the Lucius Warhound weapons arm tonight. Go for it. Every time I go to a local game store, I buy something from their little BattleTech section, so they will keep it in stock. Cunning move, sir. That's how to work the numbers in your favour. Clippers of Doom. Smash. Break the back of this mother funkster. So again, with little, like little bits, I just cut off random sections, trimming off the backs, because that gives me more bits of like rubble and brickwork and stuff. I didn't see you sneak in, dude. But welcome as always. Your Krytos the other week were looking most resplendent. I apologise. So there was a few people I didn't get to actually talk to over the weekend because I was too busy killing things with Rob. So yes, it was a great walk. It was most enjoyable to get out and let ourselves loose once again and destroy the traitorous Oathbreakers. I'm getting into the groove now. Finish beer. I just took a vid of my epic Elder army I've been collecting for 27 years. Man, I have a lot of vehicles. Well, that's just awesome in itself, dude. Elder was my first army that I actually completed way back when for Bialtan. And I only ever had sort of War Walkers for them. I had one jet bike. Had no tanks whatsoever. I think I was pre-Falcon days, really. I did have a Harlequin jet bike, the one with the Shuriken cannon. Because, come on, Shuriken cannon on a Harlequin. Of course they'd have bloody Shuriken cannons. But yeah, I never got any further until much later when I was meant to be doing a joint project with my friend Brian Jenkins. We were going to work and do a Iandan Craftworld army. So obviously like lots of Wraith Knights and Wraith Lords and bits and pieces. So I bought a load of them, and then I bought some Wave Serpents and a Falcon off of eBay. Started painting them, and then pretty much we lost motivation for it. So I gave them to a friend. So he was sort of getting into doing Eldar, so I made a tactical donation. And he's been happy ever since with his Eldar. He's done quite good jobs with them. Right. Oh, no worries. Just opened an account today. We'll populate with my back history and mini pics, new stuff I'm working on. Cool. I started in second edition now with EA and a resin printer. It's starting to grow. Oh. Yeah, so it's all everyone seems to be having a good time with their hobby antics today, which is awesome, as always. All right. Now, what am I thinking? I ask myself. Time to do some rebar shenanigans. Got to do some little bits of. So these are the roof tile bits, and with my big meaty clippers, I cut little slivers off, like so, and then I'll basically do them as like crossed over as like, you know, fallen timber or rebar sort of thing on the bases. It just adds another little feature for the base to look awesome. It adds to the sort of realism of the collapsed buildings and shit like that, which is handy. But I also use these little slivers to mark where toe sections on the feet that are attached to the base will end. So when I'm adding base material, I know how far to go, or where the toes are going to go, because then I sort of That's some wild screaming. So that way, when I do, oh, dropped it. There it is. When I do, oh, apparently they're going to die now. Yeah, so when I do add the base mix to these bases, it helps to let me know where to go up to and where to stop, etc. So there is a cunning plan there, and it often works, which is a good news for me, because I don't like things when they go awry even. So I'm going to do some more of this rebar to put on this base at various points, just to add some more interesting bits, really. Because that's what you want with your base, to make it look interesting. So lost motivation for painting epic. Yep, too damn small. I 3D printed some epic 40k tanks, but they're now languishing on a particular partially completed pile. A shame. Sometimes those great ideas do sort of disappear, don't they? Really, they seem like, oh yeah, I'll do that. It'd be awesome, and then you just lose the interest. Something else distracts you, and then you move along onto something else, and it just sits there in the background. So I say sometimes you just got to clear the decks and get them out of the way. They're just taking up room, or they're just something you just realise, no, I'm never going to get onto that. Alright, I think that's pretty good so far. So I'll move on to the actual basing stuff. First of all, I'm going to grab a beer from my external shelf. Did you get some of that? Had to sell my Epic Elder and Emperor's Children years ago. Shame that there were a lot of converted pieces. Yeah, no, that's the thing. When you've put a lot of time and effort into those sort of models, it does sort of like, it feels a lot worse, doesn't it? Because you've invested your soul into them. You've really gone to town to try and make them look the most awesome things, and then obviously banging tunes. Yeah, I don't think could I get done from YouTube for having that played. I won't say never will I sell, but I certainly hope I never do so. Yeah, so the ones I sold recently is it's just I just couldn't, they were just sitting there and they needed a good home to go to, and luckily they found a good home, and they've been enjoying them ever since. So that's makes me feel a lot better, because I say I put so much work into, like, the Raptors in particular. I've done a lot of work on them, over the years since I started them, and to have them just sitting in a box, because if the opportunity comes up, I will play Heresy or obviously AT more than anything else. Although saying that, I did. I went round and played Kill Team for the first time ever last Monday, I went to Crystal McDowell's and Rob's, our partner's house, after work, because I work near where they live, and Rob gave me a sort of introduction to Kill Team, which I had from the last edition of Kill Team. That I had the Thousand Suns characters that I'd painted up. So I took those 5,000 Suns with me, and like he had 6 Marines. And we started playing, and literally, we were talking so much about hobby, lore, and everything like that. It was a great, great evening. Like just trying to play a game. Like Crystal kept going, like, are you actually going to finish this game? Well, yeah, we're talking, and yeah, we never finished the actual first like turn technically because there was just too much talking. But those Thousand Suns were absolutely lethal because I'd killed 3 of his Marines. And I say, like my 5th guy didn't even have a go because it was like, oh my god, it's like 10 o'clock. So yeah, fun game. I did enjoy it, to be fair, but yeah, if the opportunity arose, definitely be going for a bit more AT action at some point. Oh, I just realised the music stopped. Is that a good thing? Back in a long, long time ago, I saw a Thunderbolt hangar. This was back in 1995. I set out to build my own hangar, and of course, never happened. Do it, dude. See, once you finish the defense lasers, hangar, here you come. In real life, yeah, so I need money, and I've since repurchased new balls, but need to paint them up. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, make up for the losses. Like I've had, like, I would like to say, at least 2 great hobby extinctions where I'd just stopped. I gave away, like, I think I must have been about, like, literally, like, only after being about 3 years in the hobby, I gave away a load of my like original stuff that I had, so like original lead Marines and Terminators and stuff, to another hobbyist because I discovered girls and was more focused on girls and going out and hanging out and stuff like that. But I never quite left. I still had some stuff, but I did give a load of it away. You know. So like all those original sort of like Space Marines and the Metal Imperial Guard sort of thing, and yeah, original Rhinos, yeah, all gave away. And then during the second Great Extinction, which was probably mid-90s, about 96, is when I moved from London to Basildon, and again, I'd made friends with like a gaming group and all that, and I just, again, booze and girls won over, and I weren't, I was too busy just having fun out that I weren't playing games anyway. So I gave all my Epic and Space Marine Titans and everything away to my mate Mike, and anything else I had. Again, I had only like a few models like in a box somewhere, nothing major really. And then that was it until 2001 when the Tau turned up, and then that's what brought me back in, and been here ever since. So you not get more than a couple of turns in a game, never. Well, no, I said I killed half his force. I wasn't intentional. It's just like the Thousand Suns weapons were just so formidable. It's just like, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. And obviously, as people in the chat can testify, my dice rolling is, I should be outlawed. I my dice rolling was particularly lethal as well. So like crit hits and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a lucky son of a gun. I believe the phrase that pays works is or something. Um, I ended up losing a bunch of my original BattleTech books over the years of moving. Still, yeah, well, my greatest loss was my Star Wars Lego collection. Um, yeah, when Star Wars Lego first came out, I had like all the kits. I think the only one I didn't have at the time was possibly the Snow Speeder. I think the Snow Speeder, the first Snow Speeder, had just come out, and this is when me and the ex-wife were separated, and we was moving out the house, and all the Lego got put into a black bag, a black plastic bag, aka a bin bag, and somebody took it out and just threw it in the skip without realizing it was the Lego sort of thing. So like people who were helping us out or whatever. So that, and there was other stuff as well, like Titan certificates was the main one for Iracundus. But then again, I've never been a big one for the, yeah, it was nice, but I just, it was just a bit of paper. That's what I'm concerned about. It weren't until much later than the Titans Owners Club came along. But yeah, it's yeah. Luckily came into this late, to be honest. Well, except for scale models, which I still don't know where they ended up. Too many moves since the 80s. Yeah, and that's the thing. All these moves, things just go wandering, don't they? And you never see them again. But we evolve, we find new stuff, and that's the main thing. So, new hobby to keep us entertained. Are you entertained? But yeah, it's so shite. Ow, 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 ow. Ow! Stab it. Oh, sounds like there's some boys next door now. I just heard some male voices. So that's the base so far. I'm just going to do the first part with basing material. And with the bodies, I'm going to add them on top, because otherwise, if I put them on first, I'm going to lose that in the sand and grit. So crack that open. I bought some blue and bone coloured Eldar from a shop in Weston-super-Mare that used to be near the railway station. Would anyone know whose army that was? No. I bought some, oh sorry, he brought some blue and bone coloured Eldar for a shop in Weston-super-Mare. No, Sorry, Matt, can't help you. Not my part of expertise, that side of the world. I keep on thinking I've been to Western-super-Mare, but I don't think I have. The name just sticks being Western-super-Mare. I keep on thinking of like a really like top-end horse. So that's with the mix there, the bicarbonated soda, the sand, and little bits of like rocks thrown in. So that's all there. Just double check with the feet. I could almost out of coffee beans. That's not a good situation to be in. That's the worst thing to have done to yourself. No, no coffee. Quite an upbeat little tune they've got playing on at the moment. Oh, thank you, Mouse. There's some banging going on. Not the stuff that you're probably thinking of. It's like someone put up tent posters on it, which is weird. Why would you put a tent up in the dark? It makes no sense. These young people today, I don't know what's going on with them. The good thing with using this particular sort of sand mix is with the bicarb in particular, with super glue, you get a nice graduation build up, so you can build up the sort of the way the rubble is climbing up the walls and all that sort of thing, where it's been wind blown or all sorts of shenanigans with stuff that happens, which obviously helps hide any sort of loose bits as well. Check. slowly getting there. I won't show it just yet until I've actually got it done. You can't tell if that pumpkin is your neighbour's or mine. Hold on. I'm in the chill zone right now. Bless him. And with this sand mix, because there's sort of so much crap in here as well. It's like random bits and pieces of stuff. You get some interesting sort of bits just sticking in there. I can do the rest of that, that's fine. We're glad we've got down to the mystery of whose neighbours it was, at least. Now, I'm really quite lucky that the neighbours we've got here are actually really cool, really friendly, really helpful. Last weekend, I'd come home from work, and that neighbour, Clive, and next door but one neighbour, Mark, was outside Mark's house with their wives, and Cara and Jane, and having a little drink sort of thing. So I've gone over to have a chat with them because I haven't seen them for a while. Because we used to do it like in lockdown. A lot of time we spent people's front gardens having a drink and stuff, and conversing about what's going wrong in the world, as you do. And as we're standing there, this van has pulled up, and the Scottish lady has gotten out and was asking, so there's a house like this road, is this the name of the road? I mean, yeah. I said, is there a house that has the road name in it? And we went, no, just 1 to 28, that's all the numbers. You know, there's no sort of road like Woodside mentioned in any of the house names. There's no house names, it's all numbers. So, all right, it's just that, you know, we've got to deliver a cat. What? And Mark said, well, it's definitely not for any of these houses here. We don't want any more cats down this end. The woman was delivering this cat, and they'd driven down from Edinburgh. So it's like a 6.5 hour drive down from Scotland to the southeast of England to deliver a cat to somebody called Joan. And we had no idea who this person was. But we did say, well, there was a couple of new people who have moved down to the bottom of the street. Try them, it might be them. And apparently she was saying, oh, we have, and like we was like asking, like, you've come down from Edinburgh to deliver a cat. She says, oh yeah, we've got to go to Sussex afterwards, which is another couple of hours drive from here, further south. So obviously pedigree cats being delivered to the people that are buying them. It's just like bonkers. Driving that way, these must be bloody top end, high quality cat to be worth 6.5 hour drive. Literally a crazy cat lady, indeed, Rob. Well done. That is that is an appropriate term in this situation. She sounded really nice, to be fair, because that's the thing with a Scottish accent, like the South Lothian or Midlothian, you know. But yeah, that's a long way to drive for a cat, unless they are proper, you know, high end, you know, kitties. Yeah, craziness. I know it's not Titan related, but it was an interesting thing that happened. Not every day, but you have crazy cats. Right, I think that's... Oh, no, a bit more over here, actually. I'd have to add some more bicarb into the mix because there definitely isn't enough. So that's what I do with my basing pot, is literally I just keep on adding various sand, grits and all sorts into it, and then bicarbonate soda as well, because it sticks like cement. So it's actually something I learnt off of Injin Phil many years ago about bicarb and super glue, and it's my go-to practice for all my basing. Right, okay, so I keep on doing that with this bloody camera. So that's the way the base has turned out. So damn it! Ow! Camera. So the random bits that I've included on there, so the temple bit there, see the slivers of the roof tiles that's made into sort of rebar there. Some more there as well. Leave that bit open because that's where the leading foot. So as you can see, that's where its toes are going to go, right there. So like so. So it's just skirting. So it's like if that foot comes up, it's probably going to clip that and smash its way through it. So that sense of danger, and that it doesn't give a shit, technically. But yeah, you can see around the sides here where I have built up just by adding more super glue and more like the bicarb sand over it, sprinkling it and tapping it to make sure it sits in. So that's all like cemented in now. So none of that stuff is coming off at all during any other process. So that's one base sorted out at least, which I'm pretty pleased with. So that's there. Now what we got here? Pedigree meh. I see you doing that for an adoption because yeah, but dang. Our neighbour has a new Chihuahua. She's so cute. Chihuahuas are just like I only see Ren and Stimpy. Oh, Ren, obviously. Stimpy, you idiot! I'm going to kill you. Legal pedigrees are expensive, and expensive courier charges. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Mouse. Thank you, Adam. Thought I'd work on some scenery on my desk, but now I have to paint splatters on my paint splatters. The amount of times I've gotten paint splatter on the mouse, which you can't see, not mouse, but mouse. Just for those who can't, tell the difference. I don't know. Where's an electric fence? No, that's never a good idea, as we all know. From not doing it and seeing other people doing it. Log. Oh, log. Oh, log. Oh, bless the log. Right. I was listening to that. Well, hey, Tom. Welcome back, dude. Mouse. No, mouse. Not mouse. Mouse, moose. Moose, mouse. Mouse. Get to the mouser. Mouser. Oh, Police Academy 2, isn't it? Captain Mauser. Wowsy owser. He starts washing his hair with like super glue. The log song used to be our paintball team's anthem. My glasses all have splatters. Yeah. Mobile phones, mouses, mice, moose. A megalomeese. Because that was my mouse is my son. Little mouse. Oh. Yeah, again, it's like, when you have a goose singular, a group of gooses or geese is a gaggle of geese. So I wondered whether it carried over in a similar sense in relations to moose. Because one moose sounds like goose, but with an M. Moose, goose. So would it be a maggle of meese and a gaggle of geese? So these are the things that kept me awake as a teenager. What is the collective term or verb for a group of moose? Meeses. Meese. Right. Right, I'm going to go with some bodies arranging before moving on to the next space. So again, these are bodies that was friend Fraser Hepburn sent down to me after seeing the dead, the fallen Dark Angel. Well, some of these are actually really quite good. I'm actually really impressed with these. These are really quite good. One moose, two moose equals trouble. Actually, funnily enough, I don't know if he's around anymore, Mechanical Frog, but my call sign when I used to do the virtual world BattleTech Mech Warrior thing game down in London, my call sign was Wild Moose, because Oh, this is actually really quite cool. I'll find some. Oh, these are. Oh, nice. Oh, please be old school bodies. These look a little bit more updated and scoured. I'm trying to find. These are actually really quite good. I'm not gonna lie, these are quite good. Oh, shouldn't have done that so close. So I'm just trying to think of how many bodies I can get away with safely on this thing. So I think maybe just having attack squad. It's not going to work, that one. That's not a good. One more, just want one more dead dude. One more dead dude, come on. Where's this foot going to go? I still have one of the BattleTech books with all the technical drawings in it. Odd layout for a book though. It's like a A4 but sideways. Yeah, I think it was very similar to what they. Yeah, because they had like the yearbooks, didn't they? Every few years they brought out an updated one. I'll have to take a picture of our collection at some point. Furry Torpedoes Bank. Hey Hobbs. Those are the kind of tech books they wish for 30k, 40k. Are you aware of Tex Talks Battletech? Love the technical drawings. Yeah, no. Hey, welcome Curtis. Welcome to the Saturday Night Reaver. Yes, I'm really tempted to have my youngest who draws help me do some, and to hell with the copyright, personal use only. Right. I just love really to read the fluff and weapons loadouts, apart from the books and the old PC games, which had a very little know-how of BattleTech, but it doesn't look. Next, I expect you'll watch this sometime soon. But the Tex Talks BattleTech, probably. Always looking around for stuff. Right, I think I can only really safely get away with 4 bodies. So again, you can just see them. There's 3. So 1 with a foot there, and then 2. Ah, god damn it! The camera's reversed, which is the other one. The overhead one is the better one. But yeah, that's why I'm being a little bit off camera a bit. So you got 3 bodies there, and there's 1 at the back there. So I think 4 will do on that. And a special thanks to Fraser. So it doesn't matter because they're not exact. You know, they are all dead. Dave, they're dead. I've taken away my mask for sure. Doing weathering, no more Technicolor snow. Down those are cool. I need dead bodies now. I mean, plastic ones. Plastic, yeah. Clarify what type of dead bodies you want, just in case anyone's watching this and from any sort of police service. Now make the remains of a zebra crossing. So. Because what I like to do, so you've probably noticed this before in the past. So, damn it. So with the heads, so you've got the legs facing one way. You normally have the body going the same sort of direction to give that sense of motion. But I do love to have the head turned the opposite way. So as if it's like, you know, the alien queen when it goes like that sort of thing, looks round away from the body. It just gives a little bit more look at it's like hunting something. It just adds a little bit more dynamicism, which I always have trouble trying to say that. Dynamicist, moogfloos. But yeah, so that'll be the plan with that. He says as he's arranging that. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, that's going in. Damn it! So it's giving that look that it's shifting around as it's sort of sniffing out the enemy. So, but yeah, that's why I put those little bits there just to raise up the torso a bit so it's not too sort of stagged over. Can't get it quite. So because it's reversed, I can't actually get it to look proper. But yeah, so that's what we're planning with this one. It looks cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Ah! Sorry. Bunch of ne'er-do-wells in here. Oh, here, dude. Right, so yeah, so dead bodies for those who have just popped in, and Titan strutting his stuff over the top. I'm not going to stick that on just yet because I need to drill the holes for the magnets for its arms. So, and I won't be sticking that onto there. So again, that's the look of the base. God damn it. So 3 at the front, 1 dead body at the back. So seeing as it's Audax, those guys are definitely going to have to be Ultramarines because of the Battle of Armentura, the war world of the Ultramarines. What's Chew done? I'm going to have to zonk. Hop. No, what have I done now? I've done something wrong. Oh no, I couldn't follow the link. So, hey MZ, woo, hello. And a night chess piece. And hello, Crystal. Hello. Thank you for dropping by. I was just saying about the visit last week with Kill Team, and how we never actually managed to finish. I think we didn't finish one turn because of the constant chats and everything. But it was an awesome evening, and yes, and we'll sort it out again, and I will do Adeptus Titanicus. So I'll show you and Rob how to blow Titans up, and then you'll be like, oh wow. No, you probably won't, but it'll be enjoyable, don't worry. But yeah, are you just chilling, or are you reading? Yeah. What's happening, peoples? What's everybody who have just joined us up to? I've just been doing this base for one of the Titans. I keep on doing it with this bloody... because I can't see what I'm doing now. So there's some... I got some, well, resin printed dead Marines from a friend. He sent them down to me after one of my bases had a dead old epic scale Marine. And my many grains of sand, which I know because from watching Crystal's streams on Twitch. So that's my little box of tricks. So you've got the various different bits of plastic in there, foliage, all sorts. It just all goes. There's a strange bit of plastic there as well. So some corky type rocks. There's a lump of white stuff there that could have been some sort of narcotic. But yes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, MZ. I hope the headache clears up soon. You should be here because they've got a party going on next door. Hold on. As my neighbour's teenage daughter's having some friends over for party shenanigans in the back garden. Um, so yeah, it's gotten a bit more laid back now next door, so it's cool. We had drum and bass earlier on. Right. No, we didn't actually finish a whole turn. I still had one guy to actually fire, but obviously my dice rolling, which was possessed by some sort of evil spirit, as we discussed, was devastating. I really felt bad. I know it was like my first go at the game. Yeah, no, Rob done a great job. Top marks tutorial entry game into Kill Team. Little Mech, what is kind of Titan is like? Well, I can put everyone if you want to put in your favourite Titan. For me, I've always been a Reaver fan because it was my favourite Titan from the original Titanicus. I just loved the look of it. It had that certain je ne sais quoi about it. But with the latest AT, Warhounds are pretty cool. I didn't really like Warhounds until I was asked to build and paint a 40k scale Warhound for a friend's 30th birthday present. And I realised that I did actually quite like them. They were pretty cool. Although 40k scale Forge World Warhounds, their toes are a right bastard to work with. There's so many pieces, and you got to sort of jiggle about with them. These little toes on these little dudes, so much easier to work with. But yeah, it was yeah, definitely a Reaver for me. But I enjoy all Titans in all their forms because they're all awesome. So we've got Rob with a Reaver, we've got Sif with a Reaver, Tom, all the Warlords, all the time, all the Titans from Mouse. Yeah, this is great. I like this. The struggle to focus your tiny projects is an integral part of a live stream. It's mandatory. I know, right? And the thing is, Tom, right? For the last couple of weeks, the overhead cam just stopped working. And the other day, Sam was in here doing some streaming and stuff, and it started working again. So I thought, excellent, I've got an overhead cam, which is now just sitting here looking at you, not doing anything. So it might be drivers, I don't know, because it's only like a year old, so it shouldn't have gone by then. To me, there are two types: robot ones and the robot doggy ones. Yeah. So the robot doggy ones is the ones I'm working on tonight. They are cute. Obviously, the tiny knights. I'm just trying to think now. So when we do another get together for AT and stuff, AT intro game thing, I will bring my tiny knights and the teeny tiny knights as well, and you can just look at them and just like they're so small, but they're horrendously cute. Yeah. What was it? Loose connection of yours? It was working when you were streaming earlier on, wasn't it? Or I don't know, because I've checked the wire and that seems fine, but it might just be drivers updates, or I might have to update the OBS because I don't think we've updated that for a while. So we're just getting the one cam at present. Otherwise, I just have to buy another bloody cam, which is a shame because that was a really good one. Yes. But yes. Right. So that's that one base done at least. So we've got some dead marines on there, which is cool. I think. Yeah, I'm liking. So, ha! So, Doggo Robot. Damn it! Stomping around, dead Marines. It's perfect. It's perfect. But as I say, I've got to drill those arm mounts for it. So that's one base done. So it's easily hour and a half. Please. Maybe it needs a software update, or well, have you checked the plug? Yeah, I peed around with the plugs, and just it's just one of those things. Yeah, I unplugged it. Yeah, that's the old adage, isn't it? You turn it on off again. Logitech TAMs fight each other. They probably do. I would not be surprised. Logitech always have problems with Logitech. But thank you. Yes. All right, Phil. I don't like to take up your real life technical skills all the time. And plus, this is an Apple computer, and I know you don't like them. So, yeah. So I'm going to start on the second base now. So, as I said, that's the remains of the tower that I cut down. So that's obviously going to have to be, again, sort of in a mirror position. So to the side, I'm just trying to balance this out. So bear with. So I'm working it. So this one's got more of a defined running stance to it. So again, that's going to be right over one side like that, I'd imagine. If you can get it raised up like that. Just so his foot, as he drags his foot through, he just kicks the crap out of it. That's the whole idea anyway. And then obviously rubble it up, make sure there's plenty of crap on the floor through, the place they're in. It's been blown to crap. So that's all I've got to say on this matter. Blown to shit. So yeah, I'm just. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably go with a slight. Yeah, that's good. I'm liking it. Don't panic, people. I know what I'm doing. It's under control. I know this is very. It's very normal, really, isn't it? This is how it normally works. It just happens. The magic just happens. So yeah, let's just keep on checking positions. So that's there. That's fine. I need my little bits so I can put in. So as I was saying earlier on with the where I cut the little slivers off of here, so I can know where to put the front toes of the placement foot. Basing is organic. I totally misread that, and I agreed in the other one that I misread as well. I never used to like basing. It was my least favourite part of hobby. But since Titans, I've actually come to appreciate it. Maybe because I've somehow gotten away with making some really interesting looking bases. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. There is a plan. It's chaotic and dangerous, but it is a plan. No, it's true. We may not even realise there's a plan. There's always a plan. Well, that's what we've got to keep on telling ourselves, that there is some kind. We know what we're doing. Yeah, but Rob, your bases are amazing. Crystal, all right. You're saying the bigger the base, the more fun it is, right? On Instagram, or you're on Twitter as well, aren't you, Rob? Icon74, EYECON74 is Rob in the chat, right? He's got bases that are just freaking amazing. Like the water effects on them are just fantastic. I'm not because I showed you some pictures of the Titan walk. His Titans were the ones next to my Titans at the last Titan walk we went to. But his basing is just phenomenal. So definitely check him out, people. If you don't follow him already, definitely worth it. And also, if you don't follow Crystal already, follow her as well, because it's some of the best. If you love Squeaks, Squeaks, she is the queen of Squeaks. Definitely worth checking out, because they are some of the best squiggly wigglies out there. What's the one you was working on today with the paint along? The what do you call it? The squode, the half squig, half toad type thing. Oh. Alright, so toe position sorted. That's one thing. And what do I need to do now? I need some more crap to cut up. Nothing but the good technical terms here. We are cutting up crap. So again, with sprues, cutting off straight bits and then just cutting random chunks. Toad thing squode. Yeah, squode. So get them bits out. So I cut them at slight angles, and using obviously the inverted tips there to help give more irregular shapes to the bits of shit I'm cutting off. And putting them down, because just doing this randomly does help. Again, doing these sort of urbanized bases for AT, it just makes it a whole lot easier. Just butchering a bit of plastic in, just really does make a difference when you actually paint it up and base it and stuff. So, everyone follow everyone, problem solved. Yeah, I said Mechanical Frog, Crystal McDowell, Mousebait, Icon 74, and whoever's got different names on thing. That's the thing. Some of you I can't remember off the top of my head. Loom Boss on Cave Squeak is great to paint. Yes, they're always good to enjoy. God, your desk. Oh, and now we have rain. That's going to be fun for them next door. It's always fun for me, because obviously I'm at the bottom of the garden. Oh dear. I've been in worse. I'll be fine. I need to get more squigs. I think I only have about 8. I had big plans, but I then only painted enough for a Warcry warband. Yes. I'm sure that once you get around to doing more squigs, you've got so much stuff to go. Well, I didn't know he was here, because the concurrent video's gone up again. Yeah, so Engine Phil as well. Master of Weathering. I can safely say that because your weathering on your Titans is fabulous. So let's plug people away. Plug away. And I would say, if you want, just put your things in the chat. I'm not precious like that. If you want, put yourself out there and let people find you. Nice. I haven't got any Asti at the moment. I only picked up a 4-pack. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right. So I'll polish cement out again, make some mess, stick some rocks. Well, rubble. Get them on there. Random scattering just to add to the realism of the destroyed tower. But say it really does make such a big difference to how these things look just by putting bits of rubbish that you would ordinarily just throw away onto the base. And as you say, it's just using all these small parts from the various scenic kits that you can get, if they've got them in stock, mind. I keep on meaning to get another of the Civitas, the urban building stuff, so I can actually do other bits and pieces. And you know how hard it is sometimes you've cut up a load of sprue and you're actually studying each bit you've cut off to see which one would be best. that's that's next level hobbying. Oh yeah, we've got to put that bit there because it's going to look even majorly super duper. You slide that in. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Dot. Yeah, they've all gone in now. I've got no background music now. Or whatever the tunes they were playing, I had no idea what they were playing. Hobbs is sitting on the keyboard. Well done, Hobbs. I actually saw something the other day about cats when they're walking onto your keyboards, and some people get the cats their own little laptop and put it there because the cats are trying to imitate you, apparently. So that's why they're walking on your keyboard. It made sense at the time when I read the article. Okay, it was totally legit. I think cats should have little laptops and have them just sitting there doing stuff. Share your socials. Yes, I have pipes, tubes, and stuff from Green Stuff World, I think. Now, is that like a little tool you use to make the tubes? Because I've seen people use it, but I have no idea. So, or is it like a little mold so you put the green stuff in and then like take it apart and you've got tubes? Or how does it work? Because with these guys, like, oh, not good. Like I get a lot of like cabling because I don't attach the cabling to the weapons because I'm magnetizing. I don't do that. Even on my big stuff, I don't do that. But I use them and I'll cut them down and just spread them around. Especially if I've got a dead Titan base, I use all those bits just to. Yeah. If you could pop that in the chat, that'd be awesome. If you can, Crystal. Cheers. We can check that out. Hobbs is trying to eat your phone as well. He knows it. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like you're sitting there with your phone. As soon as somebody comes near to you, you're like, my phone. Ah. All right, cheers, Rob. Yeah, it's always handy to find out these things and obviously if you've used stuff like that, it's the best form of sort of promotion and advertising is basically to say like, yeah, I've used this stuff, it's the bollocks, and I think we can trust most people's opinions in here. You're all a bunch of good people, and awesome hobbyists. Don't forget that you're all awesome. And as I said, I love you all because you are such a group of awesome people and hobbyists and all round good people. I love you all. I'm at the emotional stage. As I said, I've been up since like 5 with a bad night's sleep as well. Just could not, unsettled, and I'm caffeined up. The beer is also having an effect as well. I'll start hugging the computer or something in a sec. I'm sure. I love you guys. Oh dear. What you like? You remember what you did last night, Lee? No, I haven't a fucking clue. Well, let me tell you, you were completely out of control. You were a fucking liability. That might be a little bit too long, so cut it in half. No. No, nothing's come up on that. Alright. Cheers. Hold on, I'll see if. No, I want to copy it. Copy link, thank you. And then let's pop that. There, come back. There you go. So that's the link from Crystal. Thank you very much for sending that to me. So Green Stuff World, there you go. Have a look, check them out if you need those sort of materials. Because I think I remember first time I saw Green Stuff that they done the little Green Stuff rollers for doing like cobblestone streets or something. I remember seeing that, but again, it's because of my predilection to avoid doing bases. I've never shopped there, but I'll definitely check that out once I've got the chance to, because obviously I'm here doing this. But thanks for that. Having a ball with this new game, Factoroids. Oh. The plastic pipe. Right. Thank you. You're using evergreen type stuff, yeah. They make some great stuff. Beams too. Oh yeah, I've seen some of those little like girder type things. Just a just saying. Oh my god, it's getting quite hot in here, you two. Behave yourselves. Honestly, we've got a Gandalf present. I actually feel quite alone now they've all gone. Oh, I missed their tunes. Factoids like Factorio in space. Right. Polystyrene rods. I did actually start, with the lateral flow tests. The little handle bits that you break off. I was actually going to start stockpiling them for plastic rods. Just if I wanted to put down some pipe somewhere, or little pipes. It seemed like an idea that could work. Let's get some more of that stuff done. More slivers. Thank you. Do a small one and a big one. Oh, stop. Oh, no, it's my finger. Oh, no. See, if we had the overhead cam, the drama that is unfolding here with me trying to fight with this little sliver of plastic with the tip of the glue, it's like David and Goliath, and Goliath's winning. Take that, you bit of plastic. Huzzah! Randomly angled. I'll get that in there as well. I have a massive box full of polystyrene rods, eye shapes, eye beams, etc., all different sizes. Amazing how much I use of it. Well, I'm not surprised how much stuff you use, because those, like that Warlord base of yours, it's like brickwork and water. Oh, it's fantabulous stuff. That's random plastic bits on the floor. Right. Check position again. Yeah, Hobbs actually reminds me of my old one of my other cats, because I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned the story of when we got cats. So this is back when my kids were young. Like Maddie was only not even one, I don't think, but Thomas was like almost 3, and because he's autistic, they've said, like, having pets sometimes help get them to, like, touch and stuff like that, and they can have bonds and all that. I think it was just an excuse for my ex-wife to actually get cats because she liked cats. So we went to it was basically like a cat fair from the Cat Protection. Over in the UK, we have a thing called cat protection, where obviously if a cat is a witness to a brutal murder or a crime, they get relocated. No, not really. Yeah, so it's basically like when people have accidental, births and stuff, like non-planned and all that, they give the cats to cat protection. Cat protection would try and find them new homes. So we went to this cat fair, and had a look around at all the cats on offer, and there was basically a couple of cats, and they were saying like you should get 2 cats because they bond and stuff like that, and these were actually brothers. Now, the one stipulation I had to agreeing to get cats was that I was allowed to name one. I get to name one, and then you can have cats. So that was the deal. And so we got these 2 cats. So one of them looks very much like Hobbs, where it's like grey tabby with like a bit of white. Its brother is a black and white. So it looks like Felix from the cat food adverts. Strangely enough, that was his real name. The grey and white tabby was called Ellis. That's its original name. Wasn't the name I called it? No. Because at this time, my favourite TV show was 24. And so I named that cat Jack Bauer Cat. That was his full name. It had to be Jack Bauer Cat. That was it. Because obviously you couldn't just call it Jack Bauer because that's Kiefer Sutherland. Jack Bauer Cat. So we were all clear. It's Jack Bauer Cat, nothing else. Obviously that did get shortened by the kids because they just called it Jack Cat. They dropped the Bauer. Felix, we did initially say we'll change its name to Dexter because that was the other TV show we quite liked, which was about a serial killer. So yeah, we have secret agent, special agent, and a serial killer as cat names. But because of the Felix food commercials, the kids called it Felix because it looks like a Felix. So the Felix retained, and Jack Bauer Cat was Jack Bauer Cat, aka Jack Cat. Now, unfortunately, Jack Cat disappeared probably around about 8 years ago. Felix is still around doing his stuff because he's an old boy now. He's about 14. But I like to feel that Jack Cat was out there on a mission somewhere, investigating some sort of plot to blow something up. And obviously he's either been captured by the authorities of some foreign country, and he's currently in a slave labour camp somewhere, biding his time to escape. And that's what I'm sticking with. That's where he is, and that's what he's doing. To be fair, Chaucer is an awesome name. So, yeah, you don't need to change that. That was an awesome name. And Chaucer's an awesome cat. I really like Chaucer. But from what I saw of him, he's a cutie. He's a big, cuddly bundle of fluff. Especially when he's like sitting on the stairs and then looking at the back door. Is he going to run? Was the cry that was said? But he stayed. Yeah, see? Even the mouse agrees. Dormouse. Kiefer Cat is quite a nice ring. Oh, actually, no, you're right. Kiefer Cat, yeah. But yeah, so that was my say 2 cats. There was other cats as well because I was living with my friend Christy at his place, and he adopted 2 cats that Sam's cats had given birth to. So he got the 2 boys called Salt and Pepper, who are black and white cats, and they are really nice cats. Same as Felix. Felix is so lovely. Never hissed, growled, bitten, or anything. It's just a docile cat. So I was going to go name one of the kids Jeffrey, but then I met my hubby Jeffrey, and yeah, I didn't think that would work. Especially the Jeffrey J, Jeffrey G. I'm sure there's some sort of like rivalry between the two. It could have been, it wouldn't have been good. Funnily enough, my middle son, who tamed a kitten born in our backyard. Oh, turtle dove. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, Actually, yeah, Jack, Cat, and Felix did actually have a sister as well, but we couldn't afford all three cats. You could just afford the two, because you had to make a sort of poultry donation type thing for them, but you know, and that was a tortoiseshell. So you had a tabby, the black and white, and you had a tortoiseshell. But yeah, we just got the boys. Oh, kitties. Yeah. Everyone likes cats. Well, most people like cats. And yet they don't have a cat titan, which I find is quite offensive. Need a cat titan. And direwolf. No, it's all wolves, but it should be a cat titan. I feel. I missed the trick there. Oh, they're cool names. Atlas and Artemis. Nice. My sister-in-law had a cat they found, couldn't find its home, and anyway they named it Kitty in case it got lost again, and it would come to who. Oh, that's actually quite smart. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Actually, that kind of reminds me of. You can always make one like that's true. One of my old friends many years ago, a long time, another lifetime, in fact, called his name's Andrew, but we all called him Fergie because his surname was Ferguson. But he had a Great Dane, and it was like 6 months old. It's like up here, and it was called Cassie. And like, you know, when I was day off, I'd meet up with him if he was on a day off as well, and we'd hang out, go walk the dog, sort of thing. And we was walking Cassie over this park near where he lived, and you let him off the lead, it'd go bounding off, as it does. So we've done that, and Cassie's gone bounding off and all that, and suddenly we've noticed there's these two girls have come along, and they've got this little like bulldog type. I think it might no, it's definitely a bulldog. It was like real. It wasn't a pug. Definitely wasn't a pug. It was it was a bulldog, and so we thought, oh, we better get Cassie back. So we start going, Cassie, come back here. The two girls with their dog, who is sort of now running because there's another dog in the field. Whoa, there's a friendo there, and it goes tearing off. And they're calling their dog back, which was also called Cassie. So we're going, Cassie, come here. They're going, Cassie, come back here. So we got the bulldog, they got the Great Dane, and we're like, yeah, okay. Wasn't planning on that, but there was no, shenanigans. They had a little sniff and all that sort of stuff. But we retrieved the appropriate dog that we needed, and they got their one back. But it was just like Brothers Really Will, the biggest dog ever, and this small butch like dog. That was a great impression of a bulldog, I'll have you know. But yeah, it was like, what were the chances? Two dogs called Cassie of different sizes. Back to cutting up bits of plastic. Everyone at Mouse likes cats. I used to have 3 cats: Gollum, Shelob, and Tabitha. Guess which one the wife named? Would we need more than one guess? I don't think so. I used to have an albino rat. This is again going back to my formative teenage years, living in a tower block in Walthamstow. This was after I left school, and yeah, basically, we had to leave home because my stepdad was a complete twat. So we got a flat in Walthamstow, and one day I was walking back, and there was like throughout the flat they had these like chutes where you throw your rubbish down. You take your rubbish bag out, open the chutes, come down to the skips. And where the skips were at the back of the tower block, there was a back door which I usually go out to as a shortcut to get to where I wanted to go, because I'd otherwise walk around the long way. So I've come out there, and as I've walked out there, I've looked over. Oh, what's that? And there was a fish tank. 3 foot by about foot fish tank, intact, no chipping or anything like that, just the tank, no roof to it or anything, just the tank. I thought, oh, I could put a rat in that. So I cleaned it all up, got all the bedding stuff. I went to the local pet place in Walthamstow, Wood Street. There was like a little arcade of stores, and there was a little guy who had like little pet supplies on it, and he had albino rats. So I asked if I wanted to buy one off him. He ended up giving it to me. It's like, because he was like, he just wants to get rid of it. It's like, well, you have it. Yeah. He thought I was going to feed it to like a snake or something. I want a pet rat. So he gave me a rat, and like bought some like rat food, whatever. So took it back, stuck it in there. I thought, I had to think long and hard on what to name you, rat. So there it is. It's in its tank, a rat tank. Put some toilet roll tubes in there. It's got a little water bowl. It's got its little food bowl and all that stuff. And I've gone out, as you do, and come back from the pub. And after sitting with friends, and I've had a few drinks. Mum's already in bed, so hall lights on. I've opened my bedroom door, and the rat is basically sitting on top. It's jumped up and is sitting on top of the tank, sort of thing. And the light from the hallway catches its albino red eyes, and it's just like, da 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 da. It's like, oh, what the fuck's that? Forgetting that I had actually earlier obtained said rat. So I called him Rizzo von Beelzebub, because Rizzo's a rat, obviously. But obviously I like to make it big, grand names, as we've already found out from Jack Bauer Cat. So yeah, it was Rizzo von Beelzebub, because it scared the crap out of me, just seeing red glowing eyes staring at me as I opened the door. It was really scary, when you forget that you've actually obtained a rat that earlier on that day. But yeah, she was actually, he was actually a really nice rat. I did have part ownership later on of another rat with a girlfriend. She wanted a rat, so I said, well, I've had rats before, they're cool. And the female ones are a little bit more friendlier, more docile sort of thing. Not that I was ever bitten by Rizzo or anything like that, but you can pet them and hold them a lot better or easier, apparently. I don't know. So yeah, we had her, but when she finished with me, she took the rat. And I went, okay, whatever, take your rat and go. Yeah. Oh. I also had a goldfish called Major Fuckhead. There, see, I don't have normal names, apart from kids. Kids have normal names. I'm probably looking, I don't know what to say. Those poor dogs. Rob Cat bringing mice in, role playing it out at the same time. Called a cat Magnus, did nothing wrong. Magnus did nothing wrong. Mate of mine had her cat leaving a gift at Easter, a headless baby. But oh, no. Oh, son had a hamster, Mimi. We should have called her Houdini. Never could keep her in a cage. I don't think you can call them rats. They should prefer the term skaven. Yes, well, we should be. Oh, Night Frog. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Skaven. Right, I'm gonna get my last beer. Well, luckily, it has stopped raining, so I won't be getting wet when I head on in later on. 2.5 hours, and I'm still sitting down, which is pretty good. Cat's gonna although, to be honest, my German Shepherd kept catching birds, so it's not just cats. Skaven aren't real, are they not? Are you sure? BF says, I can have cats allergy safe once I can drive. Now I'm learning to drive. I am waiting for it to change so I can have cats when we move. Nice. See, all worthwhile. And being able to drive is a handy tool to get you from A to B. Are you moving nearer to work, or you? Because the last time I heard you'd moved, was it sort of South Church way, wasn't it? That was a couple of years ago. Or have you moved again since? I can't remember. Ross. Need some more bits. What we're gonna put? What we're gonna put where? You gotta keep them separated. Oh, I don't know. Fault Bay. There's that direction. I knew where you were. Another friend of mine has 3 Bengals, insanely affectionate, but then they do not shut up. Hobbs is part Bengal. Don't know how much on his dad's side, but for a young kitten, he's lazy as fuck. He's lazy, ignores his toys. Can I have a full conversation with him? That's interesting. Needing to play rooms for my Transformers collections. So looking at 5 beds in Pritwell. Nice. Felix, hello. Welcome. Yeah, apparently, Phil, he's been there for 6 years. I knew it was that direction because I remember you telling me about it when you was moving, and then you wanted assistance with your Reaver Titan, which you've already sorted out now anyway. Or have you? I thought I don't know. I lose track with you. I know you was working on some of your heresy stuff last time I saw you at Salute. Siamese growing up. Yes, talk about talkative animals and conversations. Yeah, there is an infamous story about my nan, who one day decided to go out to buy some shopping. She needed some new potatoes. Old ladies. She needed some new potatoes and some like ham and stuff like that. And she came back with a African grey parrot that she paid £300 for. And this was before she went doolally. So yeah, she called it Smoky because obviously it's grey, and it sounded just like her, and the telephone, it like telephone, and like you go, oh no, it was the parrot. But it was the one of its favourite phrases was, "Jeff, you stupid idiot," because my step granddad was called Jeff, and obviously she said that a lot. Jeff, you stupid idiot. And obviously with parrots, they have a tendency to last a long time, sort of 70 years in the African greys. So we were a bit worried about, well, it's going to outlast her. Who's going to get the parrot? But there was, unfortunately, an incident where my uncle accidentally, whether or not it was on purpose or purely accident, left a conservatory window open, and it was due to have its wings clipped, but obviously it hadn't had its wings clipped again, and so it flew out. So it was only a thing for a few years, and then she got herself a kitten. One extreme to the other. So, yes. Strange. People are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone. Yeah, it got out. It's probably out there somewhere still, parroting its way around the world. Maybe even migrated, you don't know. Who knows? He might even be in the same, foreign prison with Jack Bowercat. We just don't know. Urgh, take that, you filthy varmint. Yeah, Legio Mortis are everywhere. Quite literally. They're like the Ultramarines of the traitor Legios, Titan Legios. So, like with the actual the thumbnail for this actual hobby hangout is actually Legio Mortis Warhound, and I only put it up there because it was on fire. I'm so petty. Oh, adjust this up a little bit. Let's see where that foot's going again. Make a right old pig's ear, I reckon. It might not be, but who knows. She had a couple. I don't know if she still has, but it seemed to be good for 4 to 5 years. Does the Jack Bowercat play the 24 Themes tune as well? Of course it does. Right, numbers we're actually working on. I'm not actually sure, actually. Accessing data files now. Where are you? Time production. Yeah, so these should be 116 and 117 on the old Titan count. These are actually given to me by my adopted son, Luke. Purely when I met up with them at the Titan Walk earlier in the month. He was bringing down some a melter cannon casing for us, and he's brought them down, and then he's given me a box of Warhound Titans. I was like, what's this for? And he got me these Warhound Titans because he wanted to make sure that I had stuff to do on Saturday Night Reaver. So I thought that was like the most cutest thing ever. And I was quite emotionally, I thought like, oh, my boys bought me some Titans. So greatly received. And I get very sort of like, people giving me stuff like that. It's just, I get like, oh, I'm terrible. But it was such a nice, generous thing, which I still appreciate. So that's why I'm doing a Titan. So one of them is going to be representing Luke. The other one's representing Ivy, my twins. Even though they're like 8 or 9 years difference, because their birthdays are really close together. Yeah, they're the twins. So yeah, it was just such a nice, unexpected as well, And yes, he is such a good lad, and he's all part of the Titan family. It was actually when we went out for the massive Titan raid that are organised down at Tottenham Court Road Warhammer store, and after we'd done that, we went walking around. We decided to go for a Burger King foodage, and even though we were, like they had those like computer screens that you stand and order your foods, we've both ordered the same meal. It was just like, oh, you got the same meal as me, and the same drink as well. So, oh, bless him. Yeah, he's such a good kid. He makes me so proud. Right. I think I'm going to have one more little thingy somewhere. I don't know what that thingy's going to be, but it's going to be something. He's a good lad. Printed me a 28 mils Warlock head for my Phantom. Nice, free as well. Oh, so he's such a good. Oh, yeah, not McDonald's. Not that we're sponsored by McDonald's or anything like that, or Burger King. Nah. Let's get that in there. Wiggly, wiggly. You know, I'm just trying to add a little bit more definition and detail with random bits of shit. Yeah, that will do, pig. That will do. Right, okay. So that's that pretty much taken care of. I'll just put that in there. That will do. Right. Now to the super glue. Yeah, we do have a nice bunch of people. Yeah, all of us. You know, we don't have, you know, bad people here. I think everyone who's been here, apart from that one dude who came here once to deliberately just be a complete twat, and wanted to be like the center of attention with his random nerd chanting. So apart from that, everyone who's been on here has been awesome, friendly, helpful, knowledgeable with stuff, help out us, you know, novices and our veteran hobbyists alike, with advice and help. You know, I've definitely learned new techniques and stuff from like talking with you guys in the chat. Especially like when I'm doing something and somebody says, "Oh, have you tried this?" And I go, "No, I have not tried this. I have not even thought of this." And then I've done it, and then it's like, "Oh yeah, this is actually really easy and really good." Like the old stipple stripes that Rob and Mouse were saying, "Oh yeah, you want to stipple them on when you're doing stripes?" And I thought, "Really?" And I did, and I thought, "Yeah, yeah, baby." I thought they were great. Just whew, there's a few fumes there. Got to get up and move around a bit. But yep, no worries, Mouse. You know where we are. We'll still be here. Actually, Tom has because I haven't really seen much from him recently. Jeremy, has he finished up that Imperator of his yet? As I say, well, I've not really been on Facebook a lot. You know, I might check in every now and again for like birthdays and stuff and like that. But apart from that, I haven't seen much. I did post in because I got tagged in the AT-18 thing where they're doing a new cover picture. So I did post up a response to Fraser's post because they're changing. Obviously, that last one I did, they've opened it up for other people to submit. But obviously, I thought, well, I might as well put another option up there. No, there was one guy who was just sharing artwork, like official artwork sort of thing. So yeah, it seemed odd. Pretty McCann. Damn it, I'm singing. Where's his foot? Get in there. I did get when I went round to Crystal's and Rob's the other day. I had some old metal dragon models that it was it was strange because I got I was buying some stuff on eBay, and one of my purchases, the guy has thrown in 2 metal dragon models and just a little note saying, "I threw these in, just thought you might like them." I'm like, okay, I'm buying. I think it was probably some Eldar stuff I bought. I think, but yeah, I got these 2 dragons, and literally they'd been in a box for eons almost. But Crystal mentioned on one of her streams that she really liked dragons. I said, "Oh, you can have these. You know, they're not doing anything, and obviously you'll do a much better paint job than I would." So I cleaned them up, stripped them down as best I could with the materials I had to hand, plus some old bio strip, which got the majority of the stuff because they were really like enamel paints and stuff like that or something. It was really clogged up, but I got most of it off and gave them to her. And she, I can't remember the name. It was she had an orc, the 40-year-old orc star player. She had a spare one of them, so she gave me that the other day. I was really quite chuffed. So obviously, it's an incentive for me to actually do finish off the orc team, the black orc team that I started for Blood Bowl. I'll probably have to arrange to go around to Engine Fields at some stage because he's doing Blood Bowl with a few people, so he can show me the ropes on that side of things. It's a lot easier to cart around a Blood Bowl team than Titans, as you all know. Anyway, I'll do straps now over the paint on look. Yeah, no, it really did look the part. Wait, what? I was not there for that day. What, the stipling on the stripes? Yeah, I can't remember what I was actually painting at the time. If it was stripes, obviously a Titan of some denomination. Oh, I meant the Phantom Head Vulcan robot I saw you made for 80, I think. I made a Chaos Falcon Metal Belt for Luke. I did one for AD as well, because we all love AD. We do. The Mad Imperator Fabricator is a bit busy with work. Well, it was a shame, because that, as I said to you before when you showed me, that was probably the best looking Imperator that I've seen for AT that somebody's done. And obviously you spent a lot of time building that beast, but it does look so good and looks proper as well. Right, this base is slowly coming together. I'm just obviously checking, positioning, putting in almost there. Adding some more texture. I've got to, oh, we've got to do the Space Marines as well, haven't I? So thank you for the follow. Jesus needs to start painting them bad boys. There's been busy periods and takes all his time to do most of his yearly income. Then he has to play but model kits to butcher. Yes, I gave you a follow, Phil. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, no, Lee Godden is a different kettle of fish with his 28mm Imperator. And so once that's deployed in a Titan walk, I'm sure Phil's going to be cozying up to that. Because that would make for some excellent photography opportunities of having the Imperator and an honor guard of Phil's Titans alongside it. Alright, let's get some dead bodies, and then I can show what has been occurring. Right, just cleaning up my workstation now, because, you know, kind of have to. Check where the feet placement is again. Last. Yeah, sorry, I've just been focusing on sticking these little buggers in. Yeah. Thank you for the follows, all gratefully received. Don't have many. Best weather Titans ever seen. They are pretty special. Alright, so damn it. So there you go. We've got a couple of dead bodies on the base there as well. There's actually one just in front of the trailing leg. There's one just behind the leading leg, there's actually another one by the trailing leg that's resting there. Yeah, oh, it's round about there. And then you got, there you go, pretty their positions a little bit better there. So one there, one there, one underneath, right underneath the toe of there, and then you got the two around the front there. So as I said, there will be all ultramarined up at some stage. Because the only bit of Audax in the Horus Heresy series is when they attack Armatura, the war world of the Ultramarines. And just get those feet positions. Oh, I've got to do a little bit more there. Thank you, Stool. Thank you for joining. So, so like that, I think. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. So that's that one. Yes, that's all fine and groovy. Thank you, Phil. Just want to double check as much as we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Contemplating whether or not to just add one more bit. So, because that's something I was going to do a Mordax, because then I could also do because I've got another 2 Warhounds to build, so that's almost a banner and maniple for Audax. So that would take me up to 3 maniples worth of Warhounds, which would be not bad really for Audax. I did also sort of plan because obviously I don't know now. You're throwing a spanner in the works. But if I did Vulturum, then I would have to do more Titans for Vulturum. that'd be like a 9th Legio. You're making it hard. Oh, damn it. But then I can't paint them as Ultramarine. Oh, Rob, why did I do this to me? Oh. Grr. Grr. Yeah, it makes sense to paint them as Vulturum, but then that's a whole new ball game of building more Titans for that. But then it also that will make it, there'll be more traitors than loyalist legios like things. Oh, damn it, Janet. Oh. Checkmate. Yeah, no, Felix is already wanting me to do 200 AT Titans. Oh, Poodle. Yeah, I know, Phil. I was. Oh. More trace than loyalist, not a thing. No, that's oh. Now I'm really having a hard time with this now, people. This is the trauma, I tells you. Damn you. I'm gonna have to accessing computer files. All right, so at the moment, not including these two, it currently stands loyalists have 60 Titans, traitors have 55. I've got another 2 Warhounds indoors, as well as I think a Warbringer and a Reaver. So I could do a Venator Light Maniple, because that's 1 Reaver and 4 Warhounds, with a Warbringer in support. So that would then make it 60 loyalists and 60 traitor, but there'd be more traitor legios. There'd be 5 traitor legios to 4 loyalist legios. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. It all made sense in my head, and then you ride in here in that fucking horse of yours. And it's like, no, they should have their own legios and stuff as Vulture, which makes sense. I'm close to tears now. Oh, yeah, no, I really like the Venator Light Maniple. I would say it's my most played Maniple for sure. Yes. Also, what seriously needs to get all your. Well, that's the thing, though. It's like I I I was I was asked. That would have been a year before. Yeah, 2020. Um, about the possibility of. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was about. It was before lockdown, before the 2021. Yeah, so it was locked. We had the big lockdown. Then we had the back to worky type thing, restricted work or whatever. And then there was another 2 lockdowns. There was one at Christmas and there was one just prior to Christmas. So the one just prior to Christmas, I was in talks with Lyle at White Dwarf and Andy Specialist Games about doing a battle report with Titans. And would have War Master was mentioned to be deployed with my Ignatum against whoever. So it was in discussions for that, and then obviously the second lockdown came in, and they said, "Oh, we'll have to put it on the back burner because obviously I wouldn't have been able to have gone up to Warhammer World to do this thing, had the photographs taken, all that sort of stuff." And the idea was that it would have been in White Dwarf in April when the War Masters were released. So that didn't happen. And yes, oh well. In that case, it's going to happen to another Legion. What? You're just looking out for you, Lee. What would you do if you ran out of Titans to paint? The chat demands it. He's not. That's another question for why haven't they done a piece on Leeds Epic's Legios? Yeah, I'm really not. Lol. Sad. Well, that's the weird things. Like when I went up to Warhammer World with all my Titans and Knights, obviously I saw loads of the guys from Specialist Games. They all came over and have a look at all the Titans, and I influenced some members to actually go out and buy more Titans for themselves and stuff. But nothing got told around. Again, because the way I am, I don't sort of make a big deal of things of me going to places. I kept it quite quiet because I didn't want people to start thinking, "Oh, well, I can't go there on that day," and that sort of thing. So I didn't really sort of make a big shout and song and dance about it. Probably should have. Maybe some people would have gone, "Hold on a second, that dude's going down there with how many Titans?" But yeah. Maybe when they do Imperators. Have you seen Smells Like the Machine Spirits Vulturum? They're very nice indeed. I haven't. I know I follow him. So and he's been here before. So I will have to look on his page again. Yes, that is true. But yeah, but it's heresy. It's not Titans. and to take all my Titans and stuff, that fills up quite a lot of space in the car. And they may not have the facilities to, you know. It's Warhammer communities, and then they've got their, obviously we've got all the like hobby influencers, like heresy related hobby influencers, I suppose, up there. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll have a great day, no doubt, doing stuff, seeing what's going on, learning to play the game in its new form. I think, yeah, that's it. Buck White and Nick. Actually, Nick actually came over because obviously some people heard about the mad loon with the mini Titans in the gaming hall, and Nick did actually come over and was having a look round there, and he was standing right next door because I took Iracundus as well, and he was standing by Iracundus, so I just like started doing Warhounds and stuff. It's like, oh, it was brilliant. Say hello to Nick. You need to shout it. We need Titan picks. You need to shout it. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Bugwade and Nick, yes, and whoever those new peeps are. How do you carry your AT everywhere? I carry them in. They're called really useful boxes. That is their official title. Really useful boxes, and they're plastic boxes, lids that you can clip on. So there's that. Now, the earlier versions had I bought some metal sheet, put them in the bottom, and then magnetized the bases. But in some cases, there's so many Titans, I literally wedged them all into the box. I'm not very, I'm not gentle with them, but they go in. They don't tend to move unless you drop them. But yeah, they're fine. They're fine. They work. I'm working in Wakefield. We commencing the 3rd of the 5th, but coming home on Friday, then back to Nottingham on Saturday. Nice. Are you going up with like Luke or anyone? Because you'd get a lift up there, wouldn't you? My Titans take up too much space in my car is a flex. A very few can make. That's a goal right there, Lee. I had to put the seats down and everything. There's 7 boxes of the 35 litre boxes, and then I've got a 9 litre box which has my Audax in, and so you've got 10 Warhounds in there plus sorry for that. Plus 8 Knight Lancers that I have in there for my homebrew house Inara, the Wolfhounds. I thought it was tied up nicely because they're Ember Wolves, Audax, Wolfhounds, nice, and they're fast like the Warhounds, so it all works. I didn't have any free tubs I use for my 30k vehicles. No, I'm going on the old train. It only takes an hour. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the Titan centre of the world is Bedford / Milton Keynes. There's so many of you guys around there. Obviously down in ye old Essex, you've got me and Phil, which are obviously only about About 5 miles apart, I think. 5, 6 miles apart. Maybe 7 miles apart. Because he's down, where he's down, and obviously me and Ben Fleet. And then you've got, see, Paul Easterbrook in Chelmsford area, and he's obviously, Phil's painting up his Titans for him, but he's already got a few of Titans that he got from John Hex. Then you've got Simon Winter, who has about 10 Mortis engines. And Tony Harvey with his couple of Metallica engines as well. Is there any other Essex boys in here, Phil? I don't think there is. Luke did offer, but I already booked it and I'll be half an hour faster than him anyway. He might just leave earlier now. Oh dear. Yes. No, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Yeah, so yeah. So he says, yeah, so yeah, so yeah. So that's one. I don't think I'll be able to manage to hold two because obviously they're not glued together. So one hound, damn it, with its turny heady bit and dead bodies. Actually, I'll sort out the weapons on that. This is why I don't take my orcs anywhere. I have so many large tubs and it's a real we have 20 plus TOC members going. I think we bought most of the tickets between us. Well, time of caravan like in real life. Phil has 13 Titans now. Yeah, stall. So you've got yes, you can. Is the short answer. You can paint them whatever colours you want. Obviously, you have I think 16 loyalist schemes and 16 traitor schemes available in the rule books. So if you want to go traitor, you've got all them. But bear in mind, you can actually have loyalist and traitor versions of loyalists and traitors if you wanted to. Within, you can, because there was like Metallica was the one that was quite split. There was definitely traitor and loyalist Metallica. There might be, I would say the Fire Wasps, who are the ultra sort of loyalist Titan Legion. So I would personally think they would probably be the hardest to traitorify, because of their whole outlook as being like the Emperor's own sort of Titan Legion. And the same token, Mortis really should all be bad dudes. Tempestus go both ways, but yeah, if you wanted to paint up your own Titan Legion, you can. There are rules in the Defense at Riser campaign book. They actually have rules for creating your own like Crusade Titan Legion. So you also have Black Shields, which are basically, were loyalist Mortis or traitor Metallica or whatever. So you've got lots of options there. You can create your own fluff, because there were lots of Titan Legios, and then obviously when you're throwing in the Black Shields, they would change their schemes because they don't want to be associated with their parent chapter. So you've definitely got lots to choose from. So if you have an idea in your mind, you think, oh, yeah, I really want to go with that sort of scheme, do it, you know. Create an awesome sounding name. And remember, with High Gothic, which is bastardized Latin, it doesn't have to be a direct translation to the name. You can, like, if you think like Death Bunnies, I don't know, put it into a Latin translator. So you put in death first, it'll go like Mortis or Mort or whatever. You might get some options of different names, so you might just go, oh, I'll go with that instead. You know, because Mortis is a little bit like on the head, on the now. And then enter bunnies and see what comes up. And then you look through the options, varies, and just if it sounds good to you in your head, go for it. You know. For example, like there was one name, because like with these two Titans, I've named some other Titans after friends. One in particular, my friend Gail Price. I have a Reaver Titan called Catagus Pretium, I believe. I'm now going to have to look it up because I'm sure I've probably said it wrong. Solaria. Catagus Pretium, which loosely translated, Catagus is like wind, storm, gale, and Pretium is sort of a variation on price. So I got a name out of it. So yeah, you can obviously look up the different names. But as I say, on like Google Translate, when they have the Latin translator, you enter a name, they'll give you the main one, but then there's different sort of alternatives, and they'll give you like other sort of variations of what it could also mean. So look at that, and then just grab what sounds cool, basically. And you think, yeah, that sounds badass, I'm having that. And then just roughly, you know, like my last big Titan I painted, Raptoris, is a nod to my old Raptors chapter, Space Marines, that I sold, which funded to buy Raptoris. So it was that. But I've also basically said that Raptoris means Firehawk. So that ties in. It doesn't mean Firehawk, but Raptor is a hawk or Accipiter genus of a sort of bird of prey. It works in my head. It sounds cool. That's all that matters. So, and that's what it all comes down to, really. Ross. Just looked, I have 10 painted. What, Titans? The Fire Wasp scheme is awesome, Mouse. Baby ones. Someday I'll have a big one. Yes, you will. Nice, yeah, mine are all of little variety as well. I've a Warbringer built, but now I'm building a Side Titan instead. Strange, Dad. Where did you get that Side Titan from? After the little ones, the big ones are really great. They have the same detail, so in a way, it really helps with the build. Yeah. Piggy bank grows slow but sure. My doodles are all based on the whole story of Troy, so all my guns are named, guys are named after various heroes and such, which is cool. Both sides of conflicts, which is also cool. And no worries, still, as I said, we are all helpful enablers of Titan awesomeness here. So, and don't feel it is a stupid question, because it isn't at the end of the day. You know, if you have a question, ask. We're all happy to help. Hey, I'm literally looking up schemes now that will show how psychic it kind of is. Kind of. I'm picturing like Mickey Mouse's outfit from Fantasia, moons and stars, and all those bits and pieces. Oh dear. Right. Well, building wise, that's pretty much me done for the night. Because I haven't got my drill with me, so I can't drill out bits, and so it's just 25 to 12 in the UK, which is 5 hours less in the US, +1 in Europe. So yeah, I'm probably going to give it a call out. I'm really happy. Thank you for joining me tonight. And you know, I've sat down all the way through. This is good stuff. This is good shit. I am getting better. My back and the sciatica are being all right. You know, there's no real pain relief apart from the alcohol, which always helps. But yeah, I will probably yeah, I'll call it now. Because as I say, I've got work tomorrow. Most of you people haven't, but we've done really well tonight with the basing. Obviously, I'll get cracking with these now over the next couple of days. Seriously, now I have to think on paint schemes, and if I am going to go Malanax, not Malanax, as the other dudes, Gore Crows, Volturum. I'm sure that the twins will appreciate their uncle chipping in and getting me to. It totally makes sense, though. That's the annoying things. But yeah, that's it. I'll do that off screen. I'm not going to pack up and stuff anyway. So I'm going to, you know, I ain't going to pack up, but I'm not going to pack up and bore you with packing up. So yes, so lovely to see you all again. Obviously, next Saturday is going to be another Saturday Night Reaver. So be here as always. So first, dude, Titans of Legend. Well, there are many Titans of Legend. Yes, so I don't midweek with Artist Empire. I don't know what's happening now. I'm assuming he's been busy at work. He hasn't said anything. So yes. There was talk at one stage about doing a midweek YouTube. So that might become a reality, and I'll think on that as well, amongst other things. But anyway, yes, thank you all. It's been a great evening of hobby awesomeness. I hope you all had fun. Thanks for the chat. Much appreciated as always. Love you all. And night night, sleep tight. Don't let the Titan bugs bite. No, let the Titans bugs bite. Buy more Titans. Get over the Titans. Unleash the Titans, I tell you. And until next time, take care and happy hobbying. See you later.